Just kidding. Anyways, looking like shit for week 48 of the DVD Fiends review. Don't have much time today, so I'm going to review a flick I watched last week for the first time. It's released by Dark Sky Pictures, of course. Like you guys knew that. But anyways, Dark Sky is good at releasing forgotten films or rare films or cult favorites. And the one I've chosen to do, which is actually really awesome, 1973 movie. I never would have heard of it if it wasn't for Dark Sky. But The Killing Time, with John Savage from The Deer Hunter. And nice release. It comes only with an interview, but it looks nice. Picture looks good for a 1973 Lost movie. The director tells a story in an interview with it, how it didn't really do well and distributing problems and everything like that. But to the point, basically the movie is about a sexual offender, young guy, John Savage, super skinny, super young in this. Looks very weird. He gets out of prison and he was, the film opens up with a rape. He was forced to participate in a rape. Seemingly it seems like the only way he can climax is thinking of the rape, masturbating, violent towards women.
Hey, loosen up!
But anyways, it stems from this rape that he was forced to partake in. After serving a couple years in jail, he gets out and he goes and lives back with his mother, who runs a hotel with a strange variety of people and a bunch of cats. She's the only one allowed to have pets, though, of course. Anyways, as the story goes on, you get more of the story divulges, and you see that the jury, they think it was wrongfully convicted, that he didn't rape her. His mom is completely delirious. There's some incestuous overtones going in there. Undertones, overtones, tones everywhere about it. I mean, it's right in your face. You can tell. But anyways, the mother-son relationship's very weird. She obviously loves her son. She's kind of like, my son can't do anything wrong, and she kind of turns an eye to stuff he does. And there's a new person that comes in, and she's very attractive, young, and the mother obviously doesn't like her. I think there's jealousy because his mother's overweight and older and used to be some like Hollywood Scarlet or something, sleeping with many men and stuff. But anyways, at one point, John Savage's character is carrying a cat, not a kitten, but a cat, petting it, and he goes and spies on her when she's stripping, naked. And she hears him, and the cat's meowing, so he grabs the cat instinctual, and he's just like, he chokes the cat out, and he ends up killing the cat to cover up that he's spying on her, which is very gets into the psyche of it. That's the first time you really see him do something awful after he's been released.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Of course, it gets way worse, and there's a downward spiral. He starts getting revenge on people, covering it up. that he thought did him wrong. And lo and behold, I mean, it's not long before the mother and shit just falls apart. The mother and the son, like I said, is a very strange relationship. They almost act like boyfriend-girlfriend sometimes. And John Savage has mood swings. He's definitely a psychopath. He'll be like, blah, blah, blah. He'd be like, I love you, Mom. Let's go see a movie. And then he's like, fuck you, you slut. You're a slut. You don't know who my dad is. You still want to go see a movie? Stuff like that.
You're nothing but a fat whore. Just a fat whore. Selma? Selma? You still want to go to the movies tonight?
But anyways, there's this one lady in there who's, I think she's a librarian. She hates her job. She basically hates her life. And she gets drunk and she tries to come on to John Savage in a very bizarre scene where she talks about grinding up glass and putting in her father's food because her father is just some old kook in a wheelchair. Kind of lonely. But the movie kind of reminds me of Psycho with the mother-son thing, but the mother's still alive. The hotel, the big hotel and everything like that. Strange variety of people, like Private Parts. Remember the strange variety of people in that 1972 movie? This isn't funny at all. Like, John Savage is he's sick in this movie. There's a big rat in this lady's apartment, some old lady's apartment that he's trying to get out. And he ends up just torturing her with this poor thing, basically. But, that's pretty much all it is. It's really, actually a really good thriller, horror movie, serial killer type thing, psychopath movie. Killing Kind, I'd recommend it highly. Not highly, but I'd recommend it. I mean, it's worth a viewing. It's got a good grindhouse feeling. It's lost. No one's really heard of it, and it deserves more. There's a pretty cool pool scene that's in slow motion where his mother goes on about how such a good little boy he was, and it just looks like he feels guilty and snaps. Jumps in the pool. But,
You get that from me. You get a lot of things from me. And I saw every Little League game. And I was the proudest mother on the block. The proudest one. Yep. I always knew you'd amount to something. You're still young, you know. You got plenty of time.
Jesus Christ!
yeah, a lot of the movie takes place around the pool. But, yeah, it's a pretty good movie, and the ending is a little sad. Actually, it's pretty sad, but, I mean, I guess that's what it turned into. It had to happen. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, it's worth a look for some creepy scenes, some sleazy scenes. Just John Savage being a creepy, little, skinny pedophile. He does it well. Weird. Kind of strange character. The mother's strange character, too. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Pretty good movie. Check it out. I really enjoyed it. I'd give it 3.5 out of 5, something like that. It was well worth a watch. I mean, it's good stuff. And it's from Dark Sky. Check it out. They have a lot of good titles, too. Alright, bye.